Hey everyone, this is Benja Welldone in the audio version of my YouTube channel, Benja Welldone Comedy, playlist Waiting for the World, where I document my rise to comedy, starting from when I moved to Texas a little over a year ago in 2018. If you have any live question about absolutely anything having to do with love advice, joining the military, foreign travel, business, you name it, feel free to send me an email at Benja, Benja, Welldone, Welldone @gmail.com, and once a week I will anonymously give you an answer to your question, roasting the shit out of your situation just to make light of it, followed by giving you a real legit answer. Thank you for your time and stay tuned.
And we're back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live Saturday, 6:48 in the morning. I'm on my way to the Dallas police station. I'm actually going to be doing a ride-along with a buddy of mine from the Army. He's a police officer there, so it'll be a lot of fun. That being mentioned, got some things I got to talk about. You know, I realized something the other day, which actually has only helped propelling me to be better and be greater, which is this. And I know that sounds kind of condescending, but it's not. And here's what I'm getting at. You know, I don't really watch football, okay? I don't. But there was an interesting thing that happened the other night. Well, it was a couple weeks ago, where one team was ahead by like 24 points. The other team had like 0, okay? And there was a certain urge from the team that had 0 points and need and necessity. So all of a sudden they tried harder. And then they started catching up. Then they got 6 points, and 7, then 14, then 21, then 24. And this was all in a matter of minutes. So they basically had to get 24 points before they even got to 0. The other team, you could say maybe they let off the accelerator a little bit, which is, you would never want to do that. When you want to have a lead in everything that you do, you always want to drive forward even harder, even more. But regardless, the point I'm getting at is that it's a really crazy, interesting thing about the darkness of procrastination, because so much time is wasted, and then right before something is due, maybe it's a project, then you feel that need and necessity. Then you feel that essential need to really push beyond and accomplish your goal. When in all honesty, you've been putting it off, number one, but not just that. What if it takes longer? Now you don't have those valuable minutes because procrastination, that darkness, has been consuming all of your valuable hours and minutes to do whatever task, goal, etc. that you wanted to do. Here's another perfect example. If there was some sort of a physical task, a feat of some kind that would be somewhat of a challenge, maybe, just for example, right? And if somebody said, hey, could you lift this block of weights or whatever, fill in the blank, the guy might say no. But what if the guy, you know how a lot of times people will say, could you do it for $1 million? All of a sudden now they're motivated and they accomplish that goal. So again, it's once again, it's a matter of not that they didn't have it inside them, but about them flicking that switch. And I always work constantly on having that switch always on. Okay? And I'm such a proponent for the hours that we don't have, so I always push and push and push and push and push. By the way, sorry if it's a little noisy, as mentioned, as you can tell I'm on the road. But anyway, yeah, it's such a crazy, interesting dynamic when you really look at it, because when it seems like there is a lack of hours and a lack of days or a lack of minutes, that's when the essential push for needing to do something happens. But then again, with the illusion, okay, of having that availability to being able to get it done in an indefinite amount of period, okay, with multiple days or hours ahead of you, okay, that illusion of having all those hours and minutes or days, etc., to get whatever done is an illusion. Because that illusion is part of what sets up the procrastination, and the only way to stop the procrastination is to stop the illusion. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. You know? It was so fascinating to me, and I don't even like football. But it wasn't necessarily something that I've just seen that's just an example. But in general, the other day I was just doing some contemplating about a few different things, and sometimes you'll have a few different series of events which all connects together, and it formulates one idea, one thought, one opinion or something, and that's what I'm talking about right now, which is the illusion of time and the darkness of procrastination, because they work together, and it's not ever a good result. So, you know, I don't necessarily have an endpoint to what I'm saying, but sometimes understanding what the enemy is, and in this case it's procrastination and the illusion of time, helps to more readily identify once you can sort of see the enemy, so to speak. It helps you get a better grasp on what the truth is, who your friend is, what you have to do in order to excel yourself and perform better and be better. So if anything, by recognizing this really externally, it makes my intensity of needing to push myself and work harder and try harder even more. It reinforces it even more. Beyond comparison or measurement that I can even begin to even talk about, because it's so true. And you see it in everything. Well, there are examples of it in everything, whether it was for that football that was on, or it could be doing the dishes, or whatever the case. You know, the best way and the only way to really maximize your performance is by cutting out all the fat in your day. Procrastination is, and the illusion of time, are probably they work hand in hand together. But it's got to be it's the number one biggest enemy. It's the biggest killer. So anyway, I just want to get that out on more of a serious note. Besides from that, I'm going to focus on the road, and I'm going to be documenting this whole day, and it'll be a lot of fun. I'm doing it for a couple reasons. Number one, it would be a great way to get more material, but also, and that's right up there with number one, that's the biggest thing, that's the biggest takeaway that I will get from it. The biggest diverse takeaway, because I hang out with my friend periodically, but that's going to be the solid number two, which is I'll be able to hang out with my boy, hang out with my friend, and just be able to chill and stuff like that. And it'll be a lot of fun and all sorts of stuff, but I've done that before. This is something that's very diverse, so that's the biggest primary takeaway. And the best part about it, on top of that, as I'm mentioning, is I'll be able to use it for material, so it's a win-win situation. Well, I hope everybody has a beautiful Saturday. I just wanted to hit you up and mention that real quick. I'm Benja Welldone, and I will see you shortly. Check me out. Peace.